So what do you predict is going to happen in the future with the marketplace? So it's competitive. What do you think is going to happen in the future?
I think it's just going to be a bunch of guys like that are really successful. They do their thing. They're going to have like their slew of women that probably hang out. Like it's just going to be, I feel like it's going to be like that. Like really successful men that have the ability to have multiple women. It's just going to be a bunch of that. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a turning point where it's going to be a wake-up call for modern women. They're like, let's stop hoeing. Let's be real, y'all. What the fuck kind of logic is that? Does that even sound realistic?
Nope.
Does that sound realistic? So it's gonna happen, bro. Like that's where we're going. That's what it is.
And you know, it's funny too, because I've always said it that what feminism doesn't understand is that you've liberated women and you've definitely made them independent and strong and all this other shit, right? But what they don't realize is you also inadvertently lost leverage. And what I mean by that is what feminism has effectively done is it's cut out a large majority of men. They're no longer needed as suitors for provisioning. So now what's left? Well, we talk about this with Rolo, right? Alpha fucks, beta bucks, right?
Bucks,
so now I want the attractive guy. I make my own money. Not many of those guys around. So since there's not many of those guys around, who has leverage now? Supply and demand, right? Boom. Those guys, just like you said perfectly, they're going to be holding a majority of the women, you know, and it's going to get to a point where guys are going to be having, the guys at the top are going to have multiple women and the guys at the bottom are going to have nothing. It's literally going to be a winners take all type situation. I was looking at a study recently that showed that women find about 96% of men on Bumble as unattractive. Based off height alone, bro.
Wow.
Okay. And then we also know that Tinder, women around, I think it's somewhere between like 88 to like 90% of women find, women find somewhere between 85 to 90% of men as unattractive on Tinder, right? Then we also know that about 1/3 of men are virgins and or haven't had sex in the past year, between 18 to 30. So if you use all these different types of numbers, right, well, you could come to the logical conclusion that most men aren't getting consistent sex. However, we know that women definitely